Hi guys, it's Ellie from Fay and I's book nook. Today I'm only doing a really short video. So today I will be taking you beyond the four corners of this little setup that you're always seeing when I do my videos, and I'll be taking you on a bookshelf tour around my room because I have more than one bookkeeping place within my room. So let's go! I will be doing it on my iPhone because it's just easier for maneuverability. So this is my bookshelf. It comes in two parts. This is the first part. And over there with my plants and whatnot is where I keep my hardbacks and the sort of really heavy books, because we're sort of weight restricted on these ones right here. So I'm just going to go through like shelf by shelf to just explain the sort of system I've got going on here and a little bit more about what's on these shelves. So this is the first shelf and it contains the bulk of my Pop Funko collection. As you can see, I have many badass ladies, mostly from Star Wars, but I also have Wonder Woman and Tina Goldstein over there. This is the shelf where I keep sort of like documents and comic books that I need to read and books that I need to read. I also have my my Star Wars perfume right there. It is inspired. Oh, move out the way, Ray. There's my Ray inspired Star Wars perfume. This is the second part of my shelf. This is where I keep books that I need to read. So for example, over here we've got my Champions graphic novel, The Power, King's Cage, Winner's Curse, and Neil Gaiman. This is just like a little box that I got for Christmas. I got like a load of Benefit makeup in it. I don't wear Benefit anymore because I found out they test on animals. But I just keep sort of like spare things like that, like highlighters and rubbers and stuff like that. And it contains like the rest of my Pop Funko collection. And then this is my final shelf. As you can see, I've got all of the books that I've read in the last month or two just sat here just in case I want to pull them up for a book talk. I'm really sorry about the shaky cam. They're in no particular order, they're just sort of on there as I read them, I believe, but I always put my series back together. I also have my collection of dolphin snow globes, which are a bit ratty at this point, and some wine glasses, and this is the cool bit. I need to replace the batteries, I think. But after you after you play the song, he sort of responds to music, which is really cool. These are my two bonsai trees, and as you can see, there is a sloth hanging out in the other one. I crocheted the little sloth as a to keep the tree company, and I think it looks cool. I also have like a little Mickey Mouse hanging out there. So these are my hardback books. These are books that would be too heavy to go on those shelves. So we've got, and I've read some of them and I haven't read the others. Like I'm currently reading Star Wars, but I've read these two, and these three I need to read. So it's just kind of like they can't go anywhere else, so they have to go here. And there's just, this is my really cool box, which says, I got that in an antique shop, if you believe it or not. It was like, they had like 5 in different sizes, and I bought the smallest one for my shelves. So I don't have a lot of space in this room, so we have to keep a lot of my books in here. Yes, before you ask, this is a this is Ray's staff actually. I'm gonna move that. I made this for Comic-Con. I went to Comic-Con cosplaying as Ray, so that was cool. And I had to make this. I made this from scratch just to show off. So this is where we keep all my comic books that haven't been read. I also keep all my graphic novels in there. These are books I've read recently, but not as recently that I'll probably want to do a book talk on them soon. There's like handbags and documents, and here's just like personal stuff. All the rest of my books are kept in this large box here, and they're sort of stacked up. The Harry Potter books are kept on top so they don't get crushed, because they're very precious to me. And one time, and I do think eventually I'm going to move them to the shelves over there. One last thing I wanted to show you is my little collection over here. This is my little nerdy shrine to Marvel, if you like. This here is a print from a 90s comic book. I believe it was it might have been House of M or Avengers Disassembled. But I remember reading that in one of my books, and I said to my partner that it was like the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. So he had it blown up and printed out for me. So I framed it and I put it on my walls. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's just like gorgeous. I think it's a watercolor. I don't know, I don't want to reflect it too much. This is what my mum got me for when she was in New York. It is superheroes hanging out on the Eiffel Tower. Oh, no, the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building being constructed. I just think it's so cool, and I also just love that it's Marvel and DC. And this is my oldest comic book that I own. It is a issue of Captain America, and it's from the 60s. And as you can see, comic books were 65 cents back then. Just madness. They're like £3 now an issue. It's a bit battered, but I love the sort of battered aspect to it, so I decided to frame it and put it here, and I'm thinking about putting another one right there. But yeah, this is like the nerdiest bit of my room. And that is it. That is my bedroom. That is where I keep my books. That is how I keep my books. Do you keep your books similar? Do you keep them differently? Show me your bookshelves, I guess. What did you think of my bookshelves? Did they need a good dust? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next week. Me and Faye are going to be meeting up this Saturday, and we will be going to be doing a vlog. Hopefully we're going to be doing a video, but it depends on whether we have the facilities and place to film. But we will definitely be doing a vlog of our time together on Saturday. So we'll see you next week. I am Ellie of Fay and Ellie's Book Nook.